First of all, I didn't make that name.
Yeah,
Somebody
see,
gave it. Somebody gave me the name.
he's a
Are
Democrat.
you or are you not Republican?
Democrat.
Okay, then that means
There
the
we go.
Democrat has the lead.
Now I know
So,
you're a Republican, so you probably wanted you were trying to get me there, weren't you?
no, I just, I'm gonna keep this PG here, but as I don't agree with some of Donald Trump's views, like building a wall. We don't need to build a wall to keep the spics out.
We don't have to go into politics here. I was just stating I know you're a Republican and you want Republicans out of control.
Yeah,
You
but
can tell this to your you can tell these to your followers, subscribers later on, but right now I want to continue with the issue because I love getting questions. I love answering them. I love knowing what you all think about me and knowing what you all think I should be doing better and what the government needs. I love knowing all this stuff. So with me doing this, it gives me all this information. But I need I need you to start back with the questions. That way I can
okay.
get back to working on our government
So,
and know exactly what I need to do.
exactly when do you estimate the all of Congress will be fully functional?
Now, Senate is close to functional. Me and the president will be meeting to set the max number of senators tomorrow. Me and her will be meeting tomorrow to set the max number of senators.
Okay?
The only reason we haven't set it yet is because we wanted to get our quorum set. And normally, quorum is at least half, if not 2/3 of the
Okay.
overall number.
Okay.
So,
Continue.
we'll be meeting tomorrow about that. But for House, um, if I must be real here, I don't fully agree with appointing House members, but since the government is in a time of need and we are in a crisis situation, appointing House members is okay at this time.
Okay, I think that will be all the questions I have unless the Madam President, Bongo, or the developer would like to ask you any questions.
Please feel free to ask. I really love hearing what you all have to say about the administration.
Well, I mean, I don't really have as many questions for you or to rant on about what questions I'm asking you as I did the developer, because there were we were talking about a lot of things that involved like agencies and development, but
Well, look, if I must interfere here, I think Tweak is a very good developer. He's done more for this USA developing wise. He's done more than any other developer this USA has had. Which I am very thankful that he's decided to come back to this USA with me and the president. Because I don't know if you all knew, but we did leave for a short period of time.
yeah.
So I am very thankful that Twinkie came back because we need his assistance. And some people may say that the development team is slacking because DC isn't the best right now. But believe it or not, Twinkie is working behind the scenes day and night, tirelessly to ensure that DC gets to the point we wanted at one day.
Yeah, and DSC is a big staple for activity as well as LV. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but the developer has given us some, what is it called? Easter eggs about future cities.
Now, I have no problem with that. I am all in future cities because that means I can actually start having senators and House members represent things for real life. Well, not say we don't represent them for real life now, but I can get them to. Okay, so let's bring this perspective. If you have Miami, right? Miami's located in Florida.
Yeah.
So what we do is we have two senators from Florida, two senators represent Florida, and then we go into Miami with House. So with House representatives, they'd be broken down into districts. That's why so many House members in real life, because House is broken down into districts between all 50 states.
Yeah. And like,
So it
continue.
allowed for House to have way more members than we can set a cap on for now. And for Senate, it just be more realistic for us.
Yeah. And so I get what you're saying. Say we got to Miami, okay? We could have 2 senators from our Senate represent that city. We could have 4 from our House represent Florida. Same for if we got a New York. Same for LV. Same if we got a Salt Lake, which I hope we do.
No, that's close to what I would say. But what I want to strive for with this USA is realism. I want to hit realism right on the top of the head with a nail.
Okay.
Realism needs to be our top priority. I can't stress this enough to all the cabinet, department directors, future cabinet members. I can't stress this enough to anyone. Realism needs to be the top priority for this USA.
Well then, I need to ask you one question. Do you or do you not think that the Federal Bureau of Investigation at this point is needed in Roblox?
In Roblox, yes, they are. At this, well, are you talking about at the stage of this United States or overall?
This United States, any United States.
The FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, is very needed.
Explain how.
Because they're needed because in real life, the FBI is the ones that investigate terrorism that happened on U.S. soil. They're the ones that investigate crimes. They do a lot of stuff. So I feel like they're needed on Roblox because, well, let's say a mafia attacks DC, right?
Okay.
No one can invest. We have, if the FBI's around, no one can investigate to see why they attacked it, how they attacked it, where did they attack. No one can do that. Where
Okay.
did they land? We can't do that.
I get
Now,
that.
And also the FBI has I think it's counterterrorism. I forget the name, but I'm pretty sure that's the name, counterterrorism unit. And they come in to take out threats. That way, we won't have to deploy the National Guard. We won't have to lose too many police officers. Yes, we may lose police officers, and they will be honored because we do honor our men and women in blue and red.
Okay.
Because firefighters and police officers are very important to community safety.
And what would you say exactly if we put a fire system in DC?
A fire system would be realistic and I support it.
Well, say like we got like, if we have DC, we put in like a suburban area. And there was a fire system where random houses would go up in fires. We would have a need for fire departments, even the FBI, because then they could investigate whether it was arson or just an accidental fire.
The FBI doesn't investigate fires. That's up to the fire marshals. And DC doesn't have DC doesn't have suburbs.
Well, just say that we
They
added
have townhouses.
suburbs.
No, I would support that because, like I said, I want realism to be number one. And DC, they don't have suburbs; they have townhouses. That's if you go to DC, you'll see a lot of townhouses.
Okay. I think that will be all for you, unless Unknown Bongos has a question.
Senator Bongos, ask me a question, please. I'm really questions right now. I don't know if y'all can tell.
I don't really have any.
Okay.
You know, none at all.
Not really right now.
You all are gonna ask me what I have plans for Senate, what direction I want to take, nothing like that.
I mean, I'm pretty tired.
You're pretty tired.
Yeah.
Well, look, I woke up at 10 o'clock and it's 10 o'clock now. So I'm not that tired. Like, this actually got me hyped
Okay.
because I love doing questions.
I
But-
believe that will be all, Mr. Vice President. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Now we
I
will.
actually have one question.
Go ahead, Twinkie.
Now, you spoke some kind words a little bit ago, but you know me, and I have to ask questions that may or may not be liked by some people. But this is just because I want to know out of my curiosity. Obviously, like you said, kind of towards the beginning, that you left a couple times. What do you think will make up for that for when you left?
Now,
Like when
Yes.
the country was in need.
I left because I felt it wasn't in my best interest to serve a country that I didn't believe in, that I didn't believe that would succeed. Now, I've regained that trust and I'm coming back. The only reason I lost trust is because certain people in the United States, within the United States, that were causing problems and could not be removed. I won't name those people, but to answer your question, Twinkie, a lot of things will make up. I plan on being more active in the American lives. I plan to not be surrounded by Secret Service 24/7.
Okay.
Risking my life.
I don't want to hear your plans. I want to hear what you are going to do, like what you've already done. Like what are some things that you've already done, like that you've kind of been working on already?
Senate. Senate has about 5-6 members already, and we've got those members in a few days. And normally that takes an administration weeks to accomplish.
I will say this. I will be starting a new system where it will have every single executive order that a president has done. So I will find old executive orders that presidents have done, and I will put them in the Trello board. Obviously,
So essentially, a national records and administration
yes.
Yes.
seems
We need it badly. We need it badly.
seems reasonable to me. So, just a question: are you going to have like things like different cards that say like this president's EOs, this president's, or just have them all in one thing where it says EO number 1 and it goes down to how many ever EOs have
Will
been
be an
created?
Entire database.
Well,
Be on an
because
entire database.
that's how they do it in real life. Is a lot of presidents will, like the first president, say he starts with EO number 1. The second president also